Good morning, class. Welcome to Arjun English School. Today we are starting with a chapter Cash Book, Part 2. This is the second session for 11th standard. In earlier session, we have completed a single columnar cash book. Now we are going with two columnar cash book, cash column and bank column. Okay. So here the format is date, particular, receipt number, LF. These are the all same columns. Then after we have to prepare two columns. Number one for cash, second for bank. Again date, particular, voucher number, LF, cash and bank. Now we have to write down two columnar cash book of the name of the owner, name of the person. We are starting question number 5. So in question number 5, name of the person is Riddhi. So we have to write down two columnar cash book of Riddhi. In question, they ask for prepare a cash and bank column. Here cash and bank column we have to prepare. Okay. So now we are starting a sum, and in transaction they have provided year 2015 and month May. So we have to write down both the side, debit and credit side, year and month 2015 May, 2015 May. Now in transaction number 1, opening cash balance 4,000, opening bank balance 6,000. Here opening cash balance is given, opening bank balance is given, and both have debit balance. So we have to write down on debit side number 1 to balance brought down, and in cash column amount is 4,000, in bank column amount is 6,000. Okay, it is the opening balance which they have provided in the question. Cash has always a debit balance, bank has always a debit balance. Okay, but if they have write down bank overdraft, then bank overdraft has a credit balance, so we have to write down on credit side. It means bank balance has a debit balance, we have to write down on debit side, but bank overdraft has a credit balance, so we have to write down on credit side. Okay, this is the transaction on date 1. Date 2, goods of 5,000 sold to Monica at 10% trade discount. Here we have sold the goods to Monica. Monica issued a check for the necessary amount, and which is immediately deposited into the bank. Means Monica, we have sold the goods to Monica. Monica has given us a check, and check that we have deposited into the banks. Now on this transaction, it is our income. So we have to write down on debit side. It is our cash income. So we have to write down on debit side. Transaction on date 2. Here we sold the goods. So we have to write down to sales account. Okay. And amount is 5,000, on which 10% trade discount. So 5,000 less 10%. So our income is 4,500. Out of 5,000, we have to deduct 10% trade discount. So our income is 4,500. But we have to check whether it is received by cash or check. So here they wrote a check issued. So it is a bank transaction, and that's why we have to write down this amount into a bank column 4,500. This is on the second transaction, second date. Okay. Fourth one, rupees 2,000 paid towards salary and 100 paid towards the brokerage by cash. Here 2,000 paid towards salary, we have paid salary and brokerage. So cash goes out on this transaction, by paying a salary and brokerage, cash goes out, and if cash goes out, we have to write down on credit side by salary and by brokerage. By salary account, by brokerage account. Okay. Now here date is 4, so we have to write down date 4, and 2000 for salary and 100 by for brokerage by cash. Here the word use cash. So we have paid cash and we have to write down in cash column. Amount is 2000 for salary and 100 for brokerage. Okay. So here we have write down salary account and brokerage account. Date is 4, but the nature of expense is different. So we have write down different uh, column, different items, in particular salary account and brokerage account, 2000 and 100. Okay. Next one, rupees 3000 withdrawn from the bank for personal use. Here we have withdrawn from bank for personal use. It means bank balance decreases. From bank, cash goes out, but not comes into the business. It comes at our home because it is our personal expense. So here we have to check whether bank balance increase or decrease. Yes, bank balance decrease because here clearly write down withdrawn from bank. So amount of 3000, amount of 3000 is on credit side because bank balance decrease. Date is 6, and we have to write down by drawing account. We have to write down by drawing account because due to this transaction it is a personal nature expense, and for personal nature expense we have to write down drawing account. Okay, so here not it is a contra transaction. It has no two effects because this check is issued for personal expense. Personal expense means drawings. But if this bank balance withdrawn for business purpose, then it has contra transactions two effect for that. It is a contra transactions two effect for that. Number one, from bank balance decrease, and such balance comes into the business. It means if amount withdrawn from bank, then it is contra transaction. If cash deposited into the banks, then it is also a contra transaction because when two accounts, cash account and bank account, affect on same transaction, then it is called contra transaction. And for contra transaction we have to write down on debit and credit both the side. Okay, but here it is only and only a personal nature expense, so we have to write down only drawing account and single entry on credit side. This is on the 6th date. Then after date 10, goods of 6000 sold to Hiren. Goods of 6000 sold to Hiren. Hiren paid 4000 by cash and remaining amount paid by check, which is deposited into the bank. Here we sold the goods again. Here we sold the goods, so we have to write down to sales account, to sales account. On which date? Date number 10. We sold the goods for 6000, so we are here, we have to receive amount 6000 from here, from Hiren, but Hiren paid 4000 by cash, so in cash column we have to write down 4000 and remaining amount paid by check, means remaining amount is 2000. because we sold the goods for 6,000, so 4,000 by way of cash and remaining amount 2,000 by way of check, that we are eligible to receive this amount because we sold the goods. So 4,000 in cash column and 2,000 in bank column. We have to write down to sales account. Okay, next one, transaction number 12, goods of 5,000 purchase and the amount is paid by check. Here we purchase the goods, so if we purchase the goods, cash balance is decreased or bank balance is decreased, so it is on credit side. We have to write down by purchase account, date is 12th. On 12th date we purchase the goods, so we have write down purchase. Amount is 5,000, but amount paid by check. Here we have paid amount by way of check, so it affects only bank column, so we have to write down in bank column 5,000. By purchase account, amount is 5,000, date is 12. Then on 17th date, shop rent of 2,000 paid by check. Again, it is our expense. We have paid shop rent, so our bank balance decreases, bank balance goes out. So we have to write down on credit side by shop rent, and date is 17, and amount is 2,000 paid by check, so it affects only a bank account. We have to write down on bank column 2,000. Okay, next step, 21, goods of 4,500 purchase in cash at 10% trade discount. Goods of 4,500 purchase in cash. Here we purchase the goods by cash. So again, credit side, we have to write down by purchase, and amount is 21. Sorry, date is 21. Amount is 4,500, but 10% trade discount. So from 4,500, we have to deduct, sorry, amount is 4,500, we have to deduct 450. Amount is 4,050. We have purchased the goods, so cash is goes out, but here they have write down by cash, so here we have to write down in cash column, not in bank column. In cash column we have to write down 4,050. Again, we purchase the goods for 4,500, but discount 450 that we have received. So we received the goods for 4,500, but we have to pay 4,050. Here it is paid by cash, so only it affects a cash column and entry only in cash column. Okay, if we paid a check, then entry in bank column. Next one, 24. Karishma has paid 2,550 by cash. Karishma has paid a cash. Karishma has paid a cash to us. Here it is our income. Our cash balance increases. Cash comes in. So on transaction on date number 24, we have to write down to Karishma account and 2550 paid by cash. So in cash column, we have to write down 2550 paid by cash. So in cash column, we have write down. Then after 26, Atma Kalyani has been paid 1200 towards full settlement of an old account. Here, Atma Kalyani has been paid 1200. We have paid 1200 to Atma Kalyani towards full settlement of an old account. So here we have paid in earlier transaction date is 24 on which Karishma paid to us, and on 26th date we have paid to Atma Kalyan. So on credit side date is 26, we have to write down by Atma Kalyani account. Here we have paid, so it is on credit side because it is a payment, and if we received, then we have to write down on debit side. Here we can also write down receipt and payment. Instead of particular, we can write down receipt and payment, so you can easily understand if it is our income, so on debit side, if we have to pay, then on credit side. So on date 26, Atma Kalyani has been paid 1200 towards full settlement of an old account. Here they have not mentioned whether we have paid by cash or we have paid by check. If there is no information for cash or check, then it is assumed that we have paid only by way of cash. So in cash account, we have to write down 1200 by Atma Kalyani account. If no information is given, then we have to assume it is paid only by way of cash. Date is 26. Next, 29. Janvi issued a check of 3000 which is immediately deposited into the bank. Janvi issued a check 3000. Here, Janvi has given a check to us, so it is our income. On income side means on receipt side, we have to write down to Janvi account. Date is 29th and amount is 3000 deposited into the bank. So in bank column, we have to write down 3000. Okay, it is our income, so we have to write down on income side. Then after date is 30, 1000 cash deposited in the bank. 1000 cash deposited in the bank. I have explained earlier that here we have deposited 1000 into the bank, so our bank balance increase, cash balance decrease. Our bank balance increase, cash balance decrease. So on date 30th, 1000 cash deposited, our bank balance increase. So in bank account, we have to write down on debit side 1000, date is 30th. Bank balance increase. For bank, it is income. So we have write down on debit side. But our cash balance decrease. So in cash column, we have to write down on credit side because our cash balance is decreased. Bank balance increase. So on debit side, cash balance decrease. So on credit side. Now here a single transaction have two entries. So we have to write down the name of opposite person. If we have write down amount in bank column, we have to write down to cash account. And here amount is in cash column, so we have to write down by bank account. It means you can see that here in bank account a debit entry, in cash account a credit entry. Amount is in bank column, the name is cash account. Amount is in cash column, the name is bank account. Simple. And here single transaction has two entries due to it affects a cash column as well as bank column. So in ledger folio column, we have to write down C. C. C stands for contra entry. Contra entry arise only when it affects both account in single transaction. There are only two possible ways. Number one, when we deposit a cash into the bank, then it affects cash and bank. On opposite side, when we withdraw amount from bank, then it also affects cash and bank. Okay. In every contra transaction in LF column, we have to write down C stands for contract. Okay. So now this sum is completed, and after completing this sum, we have to do a total of cash and bank column on debit side as well as credit side. And here, if any difference arises on credit side, so we have to write down by balance brought down. If any difference arise, we have to write down by balance brought down. Here it is for the month of May that you can see on the screen. It is for the month of May, and in May month there is a last date is 31. So here we have to write down closing date 31 by balance. It is carried down, not brought down, because it is a closing balance. We have to write down by balance carried down. Here is the difference, and again here is the difference. So we have to do a total of all this, and difference is balance, which is we called by balance carried down, against total of all this and deduct all this amount. Difference is called by balance carried down. Okay, this is the closing balance for the month of May. Now it is a closing balance for the month of May, then it becomes opening balance for the month of June. So after closing this account, we have to write down 2015 June 1. Again, to balance brought down. Here it is the closing balance which becomes opening balance for the next month. Closing balance which becomes opening balance for the next month. Okay, simple. So finally this sum is over, and here I have explained the cash column and bank column. If you have any doubts, then please contact me. It is the sum of two columnar cash book. Then after, we are again practicing for two columnar cash book in next session. So this session is over. Thank you.